Good morning, students. Let us start our class. Today I am going to discuss the problem of induction and its solution, how to solve. But before I start, I would like to summarize what I said in previous classes regarding induction, because about induction 2-3 things you are to understand properly, otherwise it will be difficult for you to study further regarding induction. So, see, this is the example of an induction. What is induction? Induction is a mental process in which we pass from something known to something unknown, something perceived to something unperceived, less general to more general. See, here Ram is mortal, particular, subject is particular. Shyam is mortal, Jadu is mortal, Madhu is mortal, and conclusion here is all men are mortal. Here the subject is all men. So Ram, Shyam, Jadu, Madhu, these are all particular subject. These are all known facts. These are less general, and the conclusion all men are mortal, here it is more general than this, and all men is not particular, it is universal. Again, Ram, Shyam, Jadu, Madhu, about their mortality we know, we have perceived, but all men, here it is unperceived, unknown. But we are concluding by saying all men are mortal after perceiving these particular cases. This is an example of an induction. We pass from something known facts to unknown. Secondly, when we are passing from something known to unknown, something perceived to unperceived, we are leaving a gap, and this gap is known as inductive leap. Suppose all men means 100 number of men, and we have perceived 20 number of men as mortal. After perceiving 20 number of men as mortal, we are concluding that all men means 100 number of men are mortal. Now, remaining 80 as unperceived will be there in that gap. So, this is inductive leap, and this is the very essence of induction. In case of induction, we are passing from something known to something unknown, and here lies the gap. This is inductive leap. Thirdly, In induction, the conclusion is not particular, it is universal as well as it is real, because induction establishes universal real proposition. I said it earlier. Universal proposition means where predicate affirmed or denied the whole subject. Particular means predicate affirmed or denied partially. But universal proposition means, I repeat, predicate affirmed or denied the whole subject. And at the same time, it is real proposition. Real proposition is that proposition where predicate gives us new information regarding subject. When we say all men are mortal, here the another quality, mortality, which men have, it is unknown to us. Animality and rationality as a man's quality we know, but mortality, it is inferential. After perceiving some cases, say for example Ram is mortal, Sham is mortal, etc., etc., we have concluded with the help of inference, all men are mortal. After experiencing, we are getting this. So here predicate is giving us new information regarding subject. The all men are mortal means man's quality as a animality and rationality, another quality is also there, and it is mortality. So induction establishes an universal real proposition. Now, my dear student, knowledge must be universal. And universal knowledge is something which is a concept. Ram, Sham, Jadu, Madhu, you can perceive. You can say, he is Ram, he is mortal. He is Sham, he is mortal. But you cannot say, he is all men, he is mortal. You cannot say like this. Because all men, it is something universal, it is a concept. You cannot get it directly. Through inference, through induction, you get it. So, this is induction. Another point. Induction establishes or induction deals with formal truth as well as material truth. I said it before. Formal truth deals with form only. Material truth deals with matter in real life situation. So, induction, in case of induction, formal truth as well as material truth are to be proved. So, these are the basics of induction you are to understand clearly. Now, I am going to the problem of induction. Just now I have said induction establishes universal real proposition. universal proposition, it is a concept. You cannot get it through direct knowledge. It comes through inference. Now, when you say all men are mortal without perceiving all men, then and there question arises, how do you know all men are mortal? Have you perceived? Then, this is the problem of induction. Problem of induction deals with the question how to establish the material truth of induction, because induction deals with formal truth as well as material truth. The moment you say all men are mortal, then and there question arises, how do you know all men? In logic, I said it before, all men means it includes all, past, present, future, all together. How do you know? How will you establish all men are mortal? You do not know. This is the problem of induction. Now, to solve the problem of induction means to establish the material truth of induction, two fundamental principles or laws are there. These two principles or laws are the law of causation and the law of uniformity of nature. Law of causation and the law of uniformity of nature. These two laws help to solve the problem of induction or help to establish the material truth of induction. Question is how? Law of causation. What it is? Law of causation means every event must have a cause. Every event that occurs in nature must have a cause. Whatever happens has been caused by something. Apparently, the event that occurs in our worldly life seems to be isolated. But one event is closely related and controlled by other events. Got it? Again, man is curious. You know, whenever an event occurs, then and there question arises, why? What is the cause? Because without cause nothing can happen. I repeat, without cause nothing can happen. Nothing comes out of nothing. So, to find out the cause of an event, our knowledge of causal connection helps us. What is causation then? Law of causation is the postulates of induction. I repeat, law of causation is the postulates of induction. When an events occur, then and there we know that there must be some cause for that. Now, this law is applicable in case of induction also. See how? All men are mortal. Here, two events, mortality and man's birth. Birth and death, two events are causally related. There is a causal relation between these two events. That is why we can say, with the help of this law of causation, where two events are causally related, that we can say all men are mortal. So, if you, after perceiving some cases, if you say all men are mortal and question arises, how do you know all men are mortal? Your answer will be that there is a causal relation between man and mortality. These two are causally related. So, a causal connection is proved between humanity and mortality, and a general proposition, all men are mortal, is established on the strength of this causal connection. When we find that there is a causal connection between humanity and mortality, we then think, that is, we further assume that this causal connection will be true in all cases under similar circumstances. Now, what is the law of uniformity of nature? Law of uniformity of nature says that same thing will produce same effect under similar circumstances. I repeat, same thing will produce same effect under similar circumstances. Law of uniformity of nature means that nature is governed by uniform laws. An event occurs today under similar circumstances. In future also, if the circumstances are similar, then the same event will occur. For example, if a man is hungry and takes food, his hunger is satisfied. Now, in case of other men also, if they are hungry and take food, their hunger will also be satisfied. Reason is, nature is uniform. So, on the basis of the law of causation and the law of the uniformity of nature, we know that all men are mortal, as there is a causal connection between man and mortality. Besides, when we come to know from our experience that particular individuals like Ram, Sham, Jadu, Madhu, etc. die, we know that other men will also die, because nature is uniform and under similar circumstances same events will occur in nature. Thus, on the basis of the two fundamental laws of nature, that is the law of causation and the law of the uniformity of nature, the universal real proposition, all men are mortal, has been established. And this brings me the end of this lesson.